Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory is to Shri. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatadi Satari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamunatiravanachari Jamunatiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today I am doing Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja. It is spoken by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. It's an appeal to Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe. मुनीन्द्रवृन्दवन्दिते त्रिलोकशोकहारिणि प्रसन्नवक्त्रपङ्कजे निकुञ्जभूविलासिनि व्रजेन्द्रभानुनन्दनि व्रजेन्द्रशूनुसङ्गते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्षभाजनम् अशोकवृक्षवल्लरी वितानमण्डपस्थिते प्रवालबालपल्लव प्रभारुणाग्रिकोमल वराभयस्फुरत्करि प्रभूतसम्पदालये कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनङ्गरङ्गमङ्गलप्रसङ्गभण्कुरभ्रुवं सविभ्रुवं ससम्भ्रमं त्रिगन्तबाणपातनै निरन्तरं वशीकृतं प्रतीतनन्दनन्दने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् तडित्सुवर्णचम्पकप्रदीप्तगौरविग्रहे मुखप्रभापरास्तकोटिशारदेन्दुमण्डले विचित्रचित्रसञ्चरच्चकोनिशावलोचने कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मदोन्मदाति यौवने प्रमोदमानमण्डिते प्रियानुरागरञ्जिते कलाविलासपण्डिते अनन्यधन्यकुञ्जराजकामकेलिकोविदे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अशेषहावभावधीरहीरहारभूषिते प्रभूतशातकुम्भकुम्भिकुम्भसुस्तनि प्रशस्तमन्दहास्यचूर्णपूर्णसौख्यसागरे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मृणालवालवल्लरि तरङ्गरङ्गदोर्लते लताग्रलास्यलोलनीललोचनावलोकने ललल्लुलान्मिलान्मनोज्ञमुग्धमोहनाश्रिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् सुवर्णमल्लिकाच्युतत्रिरेखकम्भकण्ठगे त्रिसूत्रमङ्गलिगुणत्रिरत्नदीप्तितिद्धते सलोलनीलकुन्तल प्रसूनगुच्छगुम्फिते कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् नितम्बबिम्बलम्बमानपुष्पमेखलागुणे प्रशस्त्ररत्नकिङ्कणि कलापमध्यमञ्जुले करीन्द्रशुण्डदण्डिका विरो वरोहः वरोहसौभगोरुखे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनेकमन्त्रनादमञ्जुनुपुररावसक्खल समाजराजहंसवंशनिःखणाति गौरवे विलोलहेमवल्लरि विडम्बिचारचक्रमे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् अनन्तकोटिविष्णुलोक नर्मपद्मचार्चिते हिमाद्रिजापुलोमजा विरिञ्चजा वरप्रदे अपार सिद्धिरिद्धितिक्तसर्वताङ्गुलीनके कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपाकटाक्षभाजनम् मखेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वदेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेदभारतीश्वरी प्रमाणशासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोदकाननेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपे श्रीराधिके नमोऽस्तु ते व्रजेश्वरी व्रजाधिपे श्रीराधिके नमोऽस्तु ते इति ममत्भृतं स्तवं निशम्य भानुनन्दनि करोतु सन्ततं कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं भवेत् तदैव सञ्चिता त्रिरूपकर्मनाशनं लभे तदा व्रजेन्द्रशूनुमण्डलप्रवेशनम् जय जय श्रीनाथ जय जय श्रीनाथ Translation. O goddess worshipped by the kings of sages, O goddess, who removes the sufferings of the three worlds, O goddess whose face is a blooming lotus, O goddess who enjoys pastimes in the forest, O daughter of Rishabhanu, O companion of Vraja's prince, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess staying in the vine cottage by an Ashoka tree, O goddess whose delicate feet are as splendid as red blossoms, O goddess whose hand grants fearlessness, O abode of transcendental opulences, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess who playfully shooting the arrows of your glances from the curved bows of your auspicious amorous eyebrows have completely subdued Nanda's son Sri Krishna, when will you cast your merciless sidelong glance upon me? O goddess whose form is as splendid as champaka flowers, gold and lightning, O goddess whose face eclipses millions of autumn moons, O goddess whose eyes are wonderful, restless young chakora birds, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O young girl intoxicated with passion, O goddess decorated with cheerful jealous anger, O goddess loves who passionately love your beloved Krishna, O goddess learned in playful arts, O goddess, expert in enjoying amorous pastimes in the kingdom of the peerlessly opulent forest groves of Vrindavan, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess, decorated with a pearl necklace of bold amorous hints, O goddess, as fair as gold, O goddess, whose breasts are great golden water pots, O ocean of happiness filled with the scented powders of gentle smiles, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess whose arms are lotus stalks dancing on the waves, O goddess whose dark eyes are dancing vines, O playful, beautiful, charming goddess, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess who wears a golden necklace on the three-lined conch shell of your neck, O goddess splendid with three jasmine garlands and three jeweled necklaces, O goddess whose moving locks of dark hair are decorated with bunches of flowers, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess who wear a sash of flowers on your curved hips, O goddess charming with a sash of tingling jeweled bells, O goddess whose beautiful thighs punish the regal elephant's trunk, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess whose anklets tinkling are more beautiful than the sounds of many mantras and the cooing of many regal swans, O goddess whose graceful motions mock the moving golden vines, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O goddess worshipped by Brahma, O goddess to whom countless millions of Vaishnavas bow down, O goddess who gives blessings to Parvati, Shachi, Saraswati, O goddess whose toenails are anointed with limitless opulences and mystic perfections, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? O Queen of Vedic sacrifices, O Queen of pious activities, O Queen of material world, O Queen of demigods, O Queen of Vedic scholarship, O Queen of knowledge, O Queen of the goddesses of fortune, O Queen of patience, O Queen of Vrindavana, the forest of happiness, O Queen of Vraja, O Empress of Vraja, O Sri Radhika, obeisances unto you. Upon hearing this most astonishing prayer of mine being recited by a devotee, may Sri Rishabhanu Nandini constantly make him the object of her most merciful sidelong glance. At that time, all his karmic reactions, whether mature, fructifying, or lying in seed, will be completely destroyed, and then he will gain entrance into the assembly of Nandanandans in eternal loving associates. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam for the seva. Over to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much. of the very nice Radha Kataksha Stotra in this Kartika month. Now we'll start with today's class. Today's lesson is 125. But before starting, let me start with the invocation prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं त्वजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्ता पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् जयतां सुरतो पंगोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजो राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्याद् वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमा श्रीमद् रत्नांगर सिंहासन स्थितो श्रीमद् राधा श्रील गोविंद देवौ पृष्ठालिविषेव्यमानं स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थित दर्शन वेणुस्वनेर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तु नः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. Now we will offer our obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नमने घोरोतिसे नमः. O most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Krishna Vannam Tisa Krishnam Sangopangostra Parsadam Yagge Sankirtana Praye Rigyajanti Sumedasa. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. नाना शास्त्र विचारण के निपुणों सद्धर्म संस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मान्य शरण्याकरो राधा कृष्ण पदारविंद भजनानंदेन मत्तालिको वंदे रूप सनातन रघुजुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of the divine couple, Sri Radha and Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोकी भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. With this, I welcome all the devotees to the today's session. We'll be studying lesson 125 today. But before that, let us have a recap of lesson 124, which we studied on day 2 of last weekend.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So we will do the recap for the last session. So let me share the screen. So in this chapter, we are seeing how Lord Krishna is instructing his father Vasudev, and then he's also retrieving Devaki's sons. Today we are going to do the elaborate description of how Krishna retrieves Devaki's sons. So the recap will be for the previous session, that is Lord Krishna instructing his father Vasudev. So in this slide, we go to slide number 2. In this slide, we would like to see how Vasudev, how did he see, how did he perceive his sons? In what way did Vasudev see his sons? In which bhava, in which, and then also how, what does this, what does this show to us? That Vasudev saw in which bhava, and what does this show to us? That will be my first question.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Yeah, this is a little bit of lot of philosophy in this particular chapter. Okay, so take it with a pinch of salt. So first question is much easy. So it is not the relation that he is looking Vasudeva being his father, but he knows he's a son. He's the source of everything. He's source of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. So he has seen his opulences when Lord Krishna appeared as a baby Krishna, right?
Yes.
So he knows all that. So he understands that part very well.
Yes.
That is what is the divine identity. He knows who he is,
Yes.
and he knows also his responsibility as a father.
Yes, very nice. Very good.
So he sees both way. He has seen that Supreme Lord and his divinity. Also, he has seen how the
Yes.
Lord is there as a baby also, right? Both sides he has seen, immanent and transcendence. So both he sees that.
Excellent. Very nice, Prabhu. Excellent. So what does it show us? That's what you said at the towards the end, that both the things he has seen. So it shows to us that the God is both immanent as well as transcendent. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu. So we'll go to the next question here. The next point number 2. What was Lord Krishna's response to Vasudev? Because Vasudev was praying in Aishwarya Bhava, actually. So what was Krishna's response?
He reveals that his interconnectedness to living beings, and he also says that he and Sri Krishna are but all the living entities and the material world also.
Sankarshan, yes. Okay. Rajkumari Mataji, you want to say something? Thank you, Harsha Mataji.
His things, Vasudev recognize Krishna's that Krishna is present in every creatures, really.
All living entities, yes, correct. But
all living. Yes. And
so what did Krishna, how did Krishna respond to Vasudev? What did Krishna say to Vasudev? What did he say to Vasudev? Vasudev was
He
praying to
highlights a
him.
deep understanding of unity within diversity.
Yes. So he is saying that he was emphasizing. What did he emphasize? That Krishna and Balaram. Sankarshan is who? Balaram, right? So Krishna and Balaram, what did he emphasize?
sense of unity and belonging among all beings.
That all living entities, not only he and Sankarshan, that is not only he and Balaram, but all living entities. Sorry. So he said all living entities of this material world should be seen through what? Unified lens. So we should see a philosophy that means Atma is in all the beings, isn't it? Which is that
Krishna,
verse in the Bhagavad Gita which shows us this one?
this
Anyone else?
Sarvacham
is
Radhi Sannivisto Matasmartim Jnanam, right? Mother?
No,
I'm
this one,
situated in
which we
everybody's
say
heart.
all living entities in the material world should be seen through unified lens. That means we should see Atma in every living entity. That is the meaning of it.
same
So,
tattva of Krishna is there in
Vidya
all.
Vinay Sampanne, Brahmane, Gavihastini, Shuni Chaiva, Shapake Cha, Pandita Samadarshina. So, Pandita will see Samadarshi. That means he will see with a unified philosophical lens. In everyone, he will see the Jivatma. Okay, so that means Jivatma is there in all living beings. That's what he is going to see. So this is clear. So shall we go to the next slide? So that is what Krishna was telling Vasudev, that you should see everyone as equal in the unified philosophical lens. Okay, so that means the Lord permeates also in all aspects of creation, not only Jivatma but also Paramatma. Paramatma is also there in every living entity, whether it is ant or whether it is elephant or whether it is whatever. Everywhere the Supreme Lord is permeating, he is going all pervasive, and he is, what is that? All aspects of creation also. Whatever creation is made by Lord Brahmaji, everywhere Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, he enters as Paramatma, as Antaryami. But
That's why it is highlights unity within diversity. That's why.
Yes, correct. And he is, but still, although he's permeating in all the living entities, he is still singular in essence. That is very important. Because see, Srila Prabhupada used to say Sarvagata. Sarvaga is also the Jiva. Jivatma is also Sarvagata and Paramatma is also Sarvagata. Jivatma is also all pervasive. Paramatma is also all pervasive. How is that possible? That is possible when you see this particular line. When you see that Supreme permeates all aspects of creation while remaining a singular essence. That is important, we have to see. Because when the Supreme is all pervasive, when he pervades all the living entities, still he remains one. Okay? Whereas Jivatma, he is pervading everywhere. That means he can go. Sarvagata means he can go anywhere and everywhere. Jivatma can go to the sun planet, Jivatma can go to the Patala, Jivatma can go anywhere. But whenever he goes, wherever he goes, he will be a Jivatma only. He cannot be in the ant's body as well as in elephant's body at the same time. But Paramatma can do that. That is fostering the sense of unity and belonging amongst all beings. So we see
in short, Mataji, we can say that he is within and without.
within and without. And he's within and without, and he's within everyone at the same time, which we
At the
cannot
same
do.
time.
That is the answer. Okay. I hope it's clear, everyone. Shall we move on? Okay, slide number 3.
Yes.
First question, how can we see Krishna as all in all? This is the point number 3.
We can see his energy in all, and we can
Yes.
see him as the source of all the creation.
Very good. Excellent. So here we are talking about the energies of Krishna, the role of divine energy. So the energy of Krishna, just like energy, energetic means energy. Krishna is called energetic because he is possessing energy. He's the master of the energy. So energy plays a very divine role. So he's operating under his will, his divine will. It's operating, but the energy is, what is the energy doing? He's positioning the Lord, the Supreme Lord. He is the ultimate source, isn't it? And he's sustainer of all the energies. So all the energies are belonging to him, under him, right? They are all under him. So
We
these
have to remember that where this energy is coming from. When we see whatever energy is, Mataji,
very
then
good.
we will understand the source, and so that we can see Krishna in everything, everywhere. Mataji.
Relationship between
Yeah,
Krishna
relationship.
and energy and energetic,
Energy,
creator and
energy.
creation. So
Shakti
we
and
see the
Shaktiman. Yeah, Shakti and Shaktiman.
yeah, Shakti and
Shakti
Shaktiman.
cannot come without a Shaktiman.
Shaktiman, we cannot have Shakti, or without Shakti, there is no meaning of Shaktiman, right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice. So we'll go to the next point. The question is, why are we suffering? What is the main reason here for our suffering?
Because we think that whatever we are seeing is real, it is not illusion. But actually, what we are
What is
seeing
it
is
called in short? Give me one word.
Maya.
Maya,
Illusion.
illusion.
Or
We are attracted by Maya.
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 Attention.
Because we
Or
are in the control of Maya.
ignorance. Ignorance is the word. So we are here, you see,
Ignorance.
identifying ignorance as a root cause of their suffering, right? Ignorance is the root cause of our suffering. Maya is there, she is covering us with ignorance. Maya is covering us with avidya or ignorance. Okay. Maya has got so many aspects. Vidya is also Maya's aspect only. Did we know that? Yes. One of the aspects of Maya is Vidya also.
Ignorance is also energy of Maya.
Yes. Ignorance, avidya and vidya. So with avidya, what happens? We are totally covered. We cannot see anything. We are in the illusion. We see wrong as right. That happens when we are in avidya. Okay, like we see this rope and snake. So instead of rope, we see snake. So that is avidya. But when vidya comes, then we see as it is, right? So vidya comes in, covers us, means we can see we are the spirit soul. We are the spirit soul. So vidya is still the concept of Maya only. She is a feature of Maya only. Vidya also will only show us limited things. That is, you are the spirit soul. Yes, yeah, I am Brahmasmi. But beyond that, it will not show. Beyond that, we need Guru. Beyond that, we need devotee to tell us who is Krishna. So we'll go to the third point. Third point, how can Krishna be called unborn?
Krishna is eternal,
Hmm.
and Krishna is eternal.
How can we call him unborn? Sharad Prabhu nicely explained in the class. I know it's 1 week before, so difficult to remember. So he said that there is no effect of time in spiritual world, right? So birth, death, and all is not there in the spiritual world. So what main thing happens over here in the material world for Krishna is we cannot say he's born. We just say that he appears and he disappears. So we cannot say he's born and he died or something like that. So we say he's appeared and he disappeared from this material world. So eternity is based on this, because eternity is based on time, isn't it? So time is absent in the spiritual world. There is, even if it is present, it's present for the Leela purpose. That is, days are happening, nights are happening for the pleasure of Radha Krishna. All these things are happening in the spiritual world also. There is day, night, everything. But what is it happening for? For the pleasure of Radha Krishna. Actually, There is no day, no night like that. There is no such demarcation. There is no such seasons and particular season must happen at this particular time. There is no such raw laws and rules. There, everything is eternal, and everything else which happens because of for the pleasure of the divine couple.
It is like because of illusional energy, we like ignorance, and we think that like he took birth and he left. Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Again, it is
Yeah.
because of illusion.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. So we go to the next slide. How should we surrender to God, and how does He help us if we surrender to Him? We all know we should surrender to Krishna, right? So how should we do that? And how does He help us if we surrender to Him?
Genuine surrender, genuine devotion, true devotion
Yes.
helps individual. Krishna is a protector at the time, and he guides in every activities. Krishna is present in our daily life.
What we should do? Surrender means we
Fa-
should do
complete
devotional.
we should have
Devotion.
complete faith in his that he will surely help us in the service.
Yes.
So
And we
the
should
surrendering, that is
devotional practice. We should surrender by doing devotional practice.
devotional
Bhakti.
practice. Yes,
Bhakti,
bhakti.
we should do bhakti. All the limbs of bhakti are given in, as I said, in the nectar of devotion, as well as the 6 points of surrender. So 6 points of surrender is all bhakti only. What we have to do, anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya vachanam, all these things we have to do. All these things are activities, isn't it? These activities are bhakti. So this bhakti we should do to surrender. Okay. Now we surrender. Now
Mataji,
what?
can I add to this?
Yes.
So, Prabhuji said very nicely that true surrender is when you align your will to Lord's will. And one more very important thing, he said that you should never ask anything from the Lord.
Yeah, Anyabhilashita Shunyam. Yes. Anyabhilashita Shunyam must be there. Anything other than Krishna's service, we should not ask. Anya, that becomes Anya. So, Anya Abhilasha must not be there. Whatever is for Krishna's service, definitely we should ask. For his service, we should ask. We should ask for, how can I serve you, Krishna? So, let us say we surrender to Krishna, okay? Now, how does Krishna help us if we surrender? The same question, the same point number 6.
His presence is
Yes.
in every activities. We see
In
the
everyone's heart, isn't it? Yes.
heart.
Yes, he appears in everyone's heart. That's what Prabhuji said
He
in the last
acknowledges
class.
He
That he has.
acknowledges that.
Yes.
And we
yes,
feel he's working. He's working as a protector, and we feel he's giving guidance every time.
Yes, correct. Appears in our hearts, protects us, gives guidance. Very good. Excellent. So we'll go to the next point now. How many elements make up our body? Anybody knows? I mean, it's not there in the slide. This is just a general question. General knowledge.
In 5 elements, he written earth, water, fire, air, and
Nataji, you must read third canto. Anybody? Okay, tell me which incarnation of Krishna elucidated the study of the. Now I'll tell you 24 elements. Sankhya Yoga. Which incarnation of Krishna?
Kapila Dev.
Kapil Dev, yes.
Yeah.
So Kapil Dev, he showed us that there are 24 elements and how each and everything is present in this material world, how it was created and how we were all. So now very nicely Sankhya delineates all these points. So that's the philosophy of creation that we may refer to Canto 3. Okay, so we will move on. Okay, here are some questions. So the first question, I will just paraphrase it. What is the practical way to transcend Maya, the illusion of Maya?
Daily prayer, daily chanting of important mantra.
Yes, sacred
And-
mantras. Very good. Which is the
and
most powerful mantra?
Yes.
Which is the
Hare
most
Krishna.
powerful mantra?
Sacred
Maha
text.
mantra.
Maha mantra. Yes. Hare Krishna Maha mantra
Yeah.
is very
And
powerful.
reading sacred texts of Bhagavatam
Reading sacred texts.
and
Correct.
connect with communal devotional acts and service and worship Him. That deepens our nurturing to the soul.
Mataji, if you are into miseries also, like, or if somebody asks so much of misery, or I myself in so much of misery and could not focus, even such situations also, okay, prayers only help, right? Okay, saying that I am in this much misery, but I could not focus on mantra. Okay, you remove this misery so that I could focus. So even in that situation, we have to pray, right, Mataji? No other
Yes,
prayer.
yes. We have to pray, and how to pray also
Because
is
if I
given by
feel that
our
I am in misery,
Acharya.
means I am in illusion. Yeah, Mataji, sorry.
How to pray, because just now you said, na, in difficulty, in misery also we have to pray. So in misery, how to pray is given by our foremost Acharya, Lord Brahmaji. Anybody remembers the verse? Many times you have said that. In misery also how we should pray. Very famous verse. Tattenukampam susumikshamaano bhunjana evatmakritam vipakam hridvagvapurbhir vidadhan namaste jivetayo muktipade sadaya bhak. In misery also, how we should.
Sloka number, Mataji.
Shloka number Canto 10, chapter 14. I don't remember the exact text number, but it's chapter 14 of Canto 10. Lord Brahma's prayers.
Okay.
Tattenukampam. You just Google, you will get it. So, what is the meaning of this shloka? Tatte anukampa susumikshamaano bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam. So, bhunjana, we know what the meaning of bhunja, right? Bhunja means to eat or to take in. So, I am going to suffer what is that? Vipakam. Whatever vipakam means my karma. Actual vipakam means to create something which is not desirable, non-desirable, undesirable. So we are doing that. We are doing a lot of bad activities in our lives, in our previous lives also. So we are now suffering the reactions. Bunjana evatma. So I am now in this misery because of my past misdeeds that we have to take it for granted. That definitely we have done something in the past. That's why otherwise there is, because the material laws of nature is very stringent and very pakka. There is no ups and downs about it. Whatever we have done, we will definitely get it back. So tattenu kampam susumikshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam. So then I am already suffering, Krishna. I am suffering so badly because of my past misdeeds. I'm in a misery. Then what I should do? Then rid vak vapur bhir, with heart. Rid means heart. Vak means tongue, with my tongue. And vapur means my body. With all these three things, what I must do? Ridvak vapur bhir vidadhan namaste. I am going to pay obeisances to you. I am going to bow down to you. This is what we should do. Even when we are in misery. Krishna, I am in misery, but I am going to do this. Ridvak vapur bhir vidadhan namaste. Jivetayo mukti. Even while living, I am liberated. Mukti pade. I am going to get the mukti pad, and that is going to be my claim, my heredity. That is going to be my sadaya bhak. I'm going to be eligible for mukti. So this is said by Brahmaji. So just by doing this, by just being grateful to Krishna for whatever he has given us, for even the misery also, in miserable condition also, we just bow down to Krishna, just chant his holy names. And just by doing this, we are guaranteed to get Mukti Pad or Bhakti Pad or going back to Godhead. Simple.
It is something like this. Like suppose somebody has left some property and he dies, then the government will look for the sons and daughters and give it to them.
Yes.
This year
Rightful
also,
owner.
like this year also, the Lord is looking for such persons. And if you do all these things, He will definitely give you all this what is authorized to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
So what is mentioned here is with obeisances to heart, words, and body. These are
Yes.
the three things he mentioned.
Yes. Three
Yeah.
things.
Thank you, Mataji. This is so
Thank-
wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
But
So we'll go to the next.
here, what is most important is whatever is happening to us, we should accept them as our prarabdha. Because we'll study that thing later on, this Avanti Brahmana. Anything and everything is happening to us. We ourselves are responsible, not the Lord, not the demigods, not the creation, not the nature, not anybody else. We ourselves are responsible. That's why whenever any misery comes, we should think that it is coming because of our own deeds in our past lives, which we may not be remembering. So that is also important.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So we'll go to the next question. Here is question number 2. I paraphrase it. How does the cultivation of gratitude help us in our daily lives? Just now we said that we have to be grateful.
I think
Right?
that is the most Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. So I think it is the most important attitude. It also the third verse of Siksastakam, right? That is more of humility. But to me, like humility is also being grateful, right? That whatever we have,
Yes.
and then through that we recognize the gift that Lord has given us and cultivate a positive attitude.
Yes. Daily life, we have to cultivate gratitude. It will encourage us to feel there are so many living beings around us, right? And there is a divine essence in every living being. So then our interaction also will start becoming divine if we see like that. Otherwise, it will be very, very material on the material level. And we should also have sincere empathy for others. Not only sympathy, we should have empathy for others to give them Krishna consciousness and not to give them some material things. But empathy must be there. If needed, we have to give them material things also. But actually, we have to inject Krishna consciousness. That is more compassion. That is our compassion. So the last question is very in what ways can acknowledgement of Krishna's transcendental nature impact personal and communal relationships among devotees? So the question is
Krishna, Lord Krishna is the Jagat Guru. So
Yes.
all the qualities that he is teaching us, that will
Yes.
become imbibed in the individuals when we come together and read about him and study about him and glorify him. So
Yes.
it will basically take a individual, make him rise up from his own self-centered environment and look around and treat others with nicely, with humility and respect. And it will also create a very, say, anukul environment for
Bhakti.
spiritual environment.
Yes, correct. And a cool environment for bhakti. And this definitely congregation is needed for this. We have to be congregationally, we should do things. Krishna is so pleased when we are congregating, when we are doing things together. He's very, very pleased. We saw that in so many cases, like in case of even the Prachetas, how happy he was. Krishna was so happy. You have pleased me, you have pleased me just by being together. The 10 of them were together like 10 fingers. They were just together all the time and doing everything together. Krishna was so happy just by that, just by their being together and doing things together. So can you imagine the power of congregation? That's why this age is congregational chanting, age of congregational chanting. So much emphasis on congregation. Thank you all devotees for
Yes, Mataji
congregating.
Hare Krishna. I remember two more points. One is what you said, like Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. Right?
Yes.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also Srila Prabhupada said for ISKCON that your unity, your love for me is shown by how united you are after that.
Yes.
So very wonderful. Thank
Correct. Thank you. So we go to the next slide. Okay, here, what does the interaction between Devaki and Krishna Balaram emphasize? Devaki pleaded to Krishna, Krishna, please, you saved your Guru's son. Now you brought him back from the dead. Can you not bring my 6 sons? I suffered so much. So she's saying that. Then what? And then what is Krishna telling her? And then what does it emphasize?
It emphasizes her motherhood, her motherly feelings, her love
Yes.
for her children.
Correct. And
the grief that she's suffering by being away from her children.
And in Krishna's case,
His
In
compassion.
Krishna's case, he's the protector. He is
His
he is exemplifying how he wants to elevate her suffering. How does he want to do that?
Restore their life of his.
Yes, he wants to restore. Yes.
Restore
So
the son.
what does it emphasize over here? It emphasizes that Prabhu said in the class also. He emphasizes that whatever desires you have, akamo sarva kamava moksha kamo daradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. This one shloka, even Prabhu mentioned in the class also, that if you have desires also, and if you don't have desires, don't forget it. But if you have desires also, we have to go to Krishna or Tivrena Bhakti Yoga. We have to do Bhakti Yoga with great enthusiasm and endurance. So we have to do it. So that is what it's emphasizing.
Initially, Mataji, we get connected to Krishna with our desires only. First, we come with desires.
There are 4 kinds of Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. So Chaturvidha type like Artha, Arthati, Jidnyasu, Jnani. 4 types of Sukruti, people who have Sukruti, they come to Krishna. Just like Dhruva Maharaj went for what? Artharthi.
Getting back his kingdom.
He wanted money, right? He wanted opulence. Then Gajendra went for what? He was in misery. Artha
Protection.
Misery. Artharthi means to desire for money. So Dhruva Maharaj, Gajendra, then Jnani. Who are the Jnanis who went to Krishna? 4 Kumaras. Then they are all Jnanis. Then who are Jidnyasu. Actually, Jidnyasu is 4 Kumaras and Jnanis will be like devotees who want. Jnanis are the best, Krishna says, who come to me. And the Jnanis are among the 4, Jnanis are the best. So, okay, we...
because they understand that there is something higher we should pursue.
Yes.
And they are seeking the highest. That's the reason.
So even if you have desires, here it shows Devaki had desires. So even if we have desires, we should go to Krishna only. So next question, what does the bringing back of Devaki's 6 dead sons by Krishna and Balaram show us? Point number 2.
Krishna goes beyond physical restoration, and there is a pure truth that even if who have met death, they can be brought back to life through divine will.
So if divine will is there, even dead can be brought back, right? Impossible things can also happen. So let's go to the slide number 8. Here, number 3, role of devotion. We see prayers with love and devotion have desired effect. Prayers, we do with prayers with love and devotion, then prayers will have the desired effect. So how does this concept is seen in this? How is it seen in this episode?
Devaki request to Krishna shows.
Yes, correct. She prayed with so much love and devotion to Krishna that her prayers had a desired effect. Krishna and Balaram were forced to go and bring the dead sons back because they saw their mother was praying with so much of love and devotion. Okay. Then the next intervention. How can we see that in this chapter?
Bringing
the
back
life of the
Devaki's sons.
Yes,
That
bringing back
itself
of
shows Mataji. Yeah.
dead sons. They were already dead. Okay, the
Right.
6 sons of Marichi were already dead, but they were brought back by Krishna and Balaram. So this shows that impossible. Like Prabhu in the class, he gave some examples of how devotees in Vrindavan, like some had like no kidneys, were totally malfunctioning yet survived and is still surviving, and how one Mataji had her womb removed and still she gave birth to because of a sadhu's blessing. So when sadhus bless, anything is possible. Impossible becomes possible. And in this way, we see when Krishna, because sadhu is not different from Krishna's ideas of a sadhu and ideas of a Krishna. They are aligned, so they are not different. So whenever sadhu says something, Krishna always fulfills. Therefore, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also that you take the vow, Arjuna, you declare, okay, that my devotee shall not perish. You declare. If I declare, then there may be. If you declare, I will make sure that it happens. So then the next is what was this bringing back of dead sons? Was it Maya? What went through Devaki's mind? Can anyone tell? Point number 5. Was it Maya?
No,
No, it was not Maya. Correct. So what was going through her mind?
it was an illusion, she thought.
Yes, she thought it was illusion. Maybe Krishna did this. Like that, she was thinking. Okay. But it was not Maya. So what does it help us to do? It helps us to reflect that illusory nature of this world, this material attachments and all this, and this ultimate reality is actually represented by the divine. Okay. So let's go to slide number 9. Question: how does engaging in divine pastimes help us? This we all do, so we all should know how to answer.
Confidence and hope for Mataji, for all
Yes.
of us. Whatever miseries we have, definitely he will save us. Okay. He will take out of this illusion, Mataji.
Yes.
Okay. I'm in such a deep illusion. Okay.
And
so he will definitely take out.
actually, it brings us to another platform. You know
Other
that
platform.
plus
Yeah.
evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogata bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. So when we have bhagavad tattva vijnanam, so we have the bhagavad tattva, we understand bhagavad tattva vijnanam, not jnanam but vijnanam, practical devotional service. When we understand, then what happens? Mukta sangasya jayate. We totally become liberated. Then vidyate hridaya granthis. It really pierces our heart. Vidyate hridaya granthis. Granthi in the heart, that is knots of Maya. The ropes of Maya are intertwined and they are creating knots in our hearts. And this transcendental knowledge, like just to pierce us, vidyate, pierce, vidyate hridaya granthis, chidyante sarva samshaya, all our doubts, samshaya, all are chindyante, all becomes piece, cut to pieces. Sarva samshaya, kshiyante chasya karmani drishtva evatmanishvareya. After that, everything becomes so clear, and then we can see very clearly all our position. Who am I? Who is Krishna? What is my relationship with Krishna? All that things we can see. Yes. So,
Individual get fulfillment completely.
yes. So
Anand.
power,
Anand.
that is a power of divine pastimes. So divine pastimes, we read in divine pastimes, we engage in discussing divine pastimes. This is what will help us. Then finally,
Yeah.
how can we connect with the divine? How can we connect with the divine? Point number 7.
Through
Red
devotional
color.
service,
There's
we
one red
can,
color word there.
yeah,
Bhakti.
through devotional service, bhakti.
Bhakti. Yes, very easy. Simple answer by Bhakti, but very nicely described in this passage how we can connect with the divine. So we can read it. And after this, I think I'm going to stop here, but after this is the same questions again. So we will stop here for the day because it's already time up. Thank you all very much for such interactive discussion. Always, it's a pleasure.
Wonderful summarization. So wonderfully
you,
Thank you,
summarized,
Mataji.
Yeah,
Very
you have so
nice.
much of knowledge,
Thank you,
Mataji. You really
Mataji.
have
Very
so much
nicely.
knowledge.
Oh, no.
Thank you very
please.
You read a lot of study of Bhagavad Gita.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you, Mataji. And
Thank you,
wonderful
thank you.
Kirtan Samta, Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank
Dandat
you.
pranam, Archana
Kirtan
Mataji.
also.
Such wonderful recap.
Thank you so much.
Samta
Kirtan
Mataji.
also
Thank
great.
you for the wonderful kirtan.
Thank you.
Thank you to
Mataji.
all.
Thank you very much. And thank you all the devotees for participating. Now we'll start with lesson 125. We'll begin from where we left. And here today we'll be discussing about the commentary of Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura on the things we have already studied earlier in lesson 124, that is the how Lord Krishna imparted divine knowledge to his father Vasudeva ji, and what does that mean? That we'll be studying today. Now here in the slide we see point number 1, divine identity and authority. Vasudeva, the recognition of Krishna and Balrama as the supreme personality of Godhead reveals their essential role as the original Purusas and architects of the universe. He knew without any doubt that Krishna and Balrama, they are the supreme personality of the Godhead, and the multitude of universes, they are created by them only. Thus, he had Aishwarya Jnana. And this acknowledgement highlights a critical theme of divine authority. Krishna is not only the creator, but is also the sustainer, transcending the limitations of material existence. These material laws, Maya, all these things, they are not applicable to him. He is above that. Rather, Maya walks behind him and works as per the directions of the Supreme Lord. That is what is the difference. But the Jnanis, they feel that at some times Krishna also comes under the Maya. That is totally false. There is no authority for this notion. Therefore, here we learn that Vasudeva ji, he had full knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his sons Krishna and Balrama, and what powers they have and what they can do. All these things he knew it. And the interdependence of energies. Energies we also spoke in the previous class. The dialogue sheds light on the relationship between prana, the life force, and jiva, the individual souls, illustrating their dependence on the Supreme Lord. Please remember that we are existing because of the Supreme Lord, and we are totally dependent on Him. Not only for, say, air, water, or other elements, but He is the guiding force in us. He is guiding us. Like in the Jiva, the Paramatma is there and the Jivatma is there. But when the Paramatma lives, the Jiva, he ceases to exist. Therefore, there is a great dependence on the Supreme Lord by the Jiva. And Vasudeva poignantly articulates that while Prana and Jiva play vital roles in the universe maintenance, their very powers are derivatives of Krishna. All these things, they have originated from Krishna. They come from Krishna. And without Krishna, these powers cannot come. They are actually non-entities. And this interdependence eloquently conveys the message that all energies ultimately emanate from Him. Therefore, one should never feel that I am very powerful. I have got all the powers. I can create this. I can do this. I can do that like this. We do not have any power. That power has to come from the Supreme Lord, underscoring the fundamental truth that material existence cannot stand apart from its divine source. That means material existence, anything which is material in this world, it cannot stand alone. By the divine intervention, by the divine blessings, they are existing and they are working in this material world on their own. As a standalone mode, they cannot exist and they cannot function. This we have to realize very, very clearly. We'll be discussing many other points, but since there is enough time today, I'll also just take you back to what was the conversation between Krishna and Vasudeva ji. In this chapter, Vasudeva ji is saying that you are the supreme personality of Godhead who manifests as the Lord of both this nature and the creator of this nature, that is one of his expansions, Mahavishnu. And everything that comes into existence is created within Lord Krishna, and he is responsible for everything. And he said that from yourself you created this entire universe, the variegated universe, and you entered within it in your personal form as the super soul. He stays in us also, in everybody. And in this way, though the Lord is unborn, supreme soul, but is the life force and consciousness of everyone, he maintains the creation, and whatever potencies the life air and the other elements of universal creation they exhibit, they are actually all the personal energies of the Supreme Lord. Nobody else has got any power. One gets the power or energies from the Supreme Lord only. And the Supreme Lord is the water, he is the taste in the water, which is used to quench our thirst, and he exhibits his potencies through the manifestations of the air as bodily warmth, vitality, mental power, physical strength, like this, everything, movement, everything. And the Lord is the directions and their accommodating capacity. He is the all-pervading ether, the elemental sound in it, and he is the power of the senses. And he is the false ego in the mode of ignorance, which is the source of physical elements. False ego in the mode of passion, which is the source of bodily senses, and false ego in the mode of goodness, which is the source of the demigods, and the unmanifest total material energy which underlies everything. That means the Lord is anything and everything which we can think of and which we see also. And he is the indestructible entity among all the destructible things in this material world. And the modes of material nature, that is goodness, passion, and ignorance, together, all the functions become directly manifest within the Supreme Lord, who is the absolute truth. And thus, these created entities, the various transformations in the material nature, they do not exist except when material nature manifests them within the Supreme Lord. and at which time the Supreme Lord also manifests within them. And they are truly ignorant people who, while imprisoned in this material world, in these material qualities, they fail to know the Supreme Lord. And by good fortune, when a soul may obtain a healthy human life, an opportunity rarely achieved, but if he is nonetheless is deluded about the Supreme Lord by his illusory energy, then he wastes his life in this material world. Our sons, but the very lords of both this material nature and the creator of this complete universe. And therefore, I approach you for your lotus feet, for your shelter, and the same lotus feet that dispel all fear of worldly existence for those who are surrendered to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, what is to be learned from here? We have to be surrendered, totally surrendered to the Supreme Lord. Then only and he will help. Then, after hearing all these, then Krishna said that, my dear father, I consider your statements appropriate since you have explained the various categories of existence by referring to us. Us means Krishna and Balrama as your sons. And he also said that not only I, but also you, along with my respected brother, that is Balrama, and all these residents of Dwarka should all be considered in the same philosophical light. And indeed, we should include all that exists, both moving and non-moving. That means all are part of the same Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Spirit, the Paramatma, is indeed one only. He is self-luminous, he is eternal, transcendental, and does not have any material qualities, but through the agency of the very modes he has created, that is the Supreme Lord has created, they manifest as many among the expansions of those modes. We should not think that there are many, many super souls. Super soul is one only, but in many forms in all these jivas. And the elements of ether, air, fire, water, earth, they become visible, invisible, minute, and extensive as they manifest in various objects. Similarly, the Paramatma, though one, appears to become many. And then thereafter, Mother Devaki also she spoke. She spoke that you are the supreme soul, Lord of all masters of yoga, and I know that you are the ultimate ruler of this. Rulers of this universe, complete universe, and taking birth from me, you have now descended to this world to kill those kings whose qualities have been destroyed by the present age. And he said that, it is said that your spiritual master ordered you to retrieve the sons, his dead son, and you brought him back to him. And thereafter, oh, he spoke about Bali Maharaj also, how he had worshipped him and how he also got benefited from him. All these things, Devaki Mata also spoke. Thereafter, at the end, Krishna said that during the age of first Manu, the sage Marichi had 6 sons by his wife Urna, and they all were exalted demigods. We'll see that in the uh, subsequent slide. It is there. We'll see that complete story, which is given very nicely. Now, regarding this energy, please remember that in the beginning, it should be understood that there is no difference between the energy and the energetic. Nothing is gained if we consider the absolute truth as devoid of energy. And this is very nicely explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Krishna Samhita. And there are various verses in this. Okay, we go through the what is given in the slide, the nature of reality. The distinction between material and spiritual realms is keenly examined. Krishna's declaration that he remains unchanging in contrast to the transient nature of pradhana, that is material nature. Now, material nature keeps on changing, underscores his transcendental essence, but the Supreme Lord does not change. He is changeless. And the interplay of the three gunas, that is the sattva, raja, and tama, the modes of the material nature, along with Krishna's Yogamaya potency, reinforces the understanding that while the material world may be fleeting, the divine is immutable and eternal. The divine space, a divine world, Golak Vrindavan, that is eternal. There is no past, present, and future there. And you understand very clearly what is the difference between Maya and Yoga Maya. If you are a devotee, then you are under Yoga Maya. And if you are not a devotee, then you are under the Maya. Then the role of devotion, Vasudeva reflects on the plight of humanity, how people are suffering in this material world, expressing sorrow for those who overtook Krishna's true nature, despite having the chance for spiritual awakening. And this theme powerfully illustrates the essential role of devotion and awareness in perceiving the divine presence in everyday life, highlighting the pitfalls that arise from being concerned in material pursuits. Now, what is the role of devotion? How do we understand this devotion? What is the essence of devotion? Now, grasping the essence of devotion requires us to understand it very properly, and it extends much beyond the mere act of worship. It is not that you get into worshipping the Lord and that is what is devotional service. It is not. It is a heartfelt commitment. It is an ongoing journey towards the spiritual awakening. It is not that you do something and you have achieved something and that is everything. That is not a devotional service. And we have to establish a deep connection with the Supreme. And devotion is an expression of love, loving, that's why we call it loving devotional service. And also reverence that permeates every aspect of life, transforming mundane tasks into acts of sacred significance. But to truly understand devotion, one must recognize it as a path of self-discovery and inner growth. It is about nurturing a relationship with the Supreme Lord, with the Divine, and it is built on trust, love, and joy of surrendering one's ego. But if we nurture our ego, that is the false ego, then we will not be doing devotional service. And this essence is the bedrock of devotional life, and it should guide everybody. And devotion toward the Supreme Lord is a deeply personal expression of love, reverence, and connection to a higher power. And it is spiritual journey that transcends the boundaries of the physical world. And through devotion, in the guidance and providence of a higher power that transcends human comprehension. It may be very difficult to understand, but this is what is the truth. And devotion toward the Supreme Lord also involves a sense of reverence and awe, like Vasudevaji, towards the mysteries of existence and the divine wisdom that governs this universe. Then thereafter, the essence of devotion towards the Supreme Lord encompasses, as I told you, trust, surrender, and acceptance of the divine will. That's why we are speaking earlier. When something bad happens to us, we should think that the Lord has given us and it must be good for me. Actually, why we are troubled? Even though we are practicing devotional service, still then we face so many bad situations, troubled situations. This is because of our past karma, and we should accept them as the will of the Supreme Lord and the divine the will, and we should find solace, strength, and comfort in the faith on the Supreme Lord. And the essence of devotion towards the Lord is a transformative and enriching spiritual practice and guidance on what we should do. We should regularly worship the Supreme Lord. We should chant the name of the Supreme Lord as given by our spiritual master, and together we should surrender to the Supreme Lord. Then very important thing we have been talking again and again in very many classes, that is the Sadhu Sangha or the association of devotees. This is vital activity for nurturing devotion. It involves coming together with like-minded individuals to share experience, wisdom, and support on the spiritual path. And Sadhu Sangha creates a community of faith that encourages and inspires individual growth. This is very important, and the collective energy of a sadhu sangha amplifies the devotion of each participant, and it creates a powerful environment for transformation. Therefore, when we get a chance, we should go for sadhu sangha, and we surrender and trust and accept life's challenges and embrace the divine will, that is Saranagati. And for that, what every day we should do, we should be reading scriptures, that is known as Swadhyaya, and selfless service, seva, and the path of enlightenment. Okay, let us go to the next slide. Unity of existence, the realization that all forms and qualities within the universe originate from Krishna, points to the profound concept of unity in diversity. This we have been speaking again and again. And Krishna's affirmation of the singular Paramatma, manifesting in various forms, and profoundly underscores the philosophical importance of grasping the singular divine essence that permeates the multiplicity of existence, what we already spoke. The Paramatma is one, but in many forms he is existing in all the jivas. And transcendence and immanence, Krishna embodies both the impersonal Brahman and his expansions as the super soul, beautifully illustrating the dual nature of divinity, transcendent yet immanent. That also we spoke in the last class and in the recap also. And this duality enriches our understanding of how the divine not only pervades the universe, but also remains distinct from it. It does not get mixed also. Further deepening the dialogue regarding the nature of Lord. We'll be speaking about this a little more. And this passage encapsulates vital themes of divine identity, the interdependence of energies, the essence of reality, the pivotal role of devotion, the unity of existence, and the transcendence and immanence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Collectively, these elements provide a profound understanding of Krishna as the ultimate source of all beings and the essence of existence itself, urging devotees to recognize and worship the divine in all its manifestations. Now, let us talk a little more about this point of number 6, transcendence and immanence. In Bhagavad Gita, you have heard verse which says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidati dhananjaya Vai sarvam idam protam sutra gani sutra maniganaiva. Now, the meaning is there is no truth which is superior to me. The Lord is saying, Krishna is saying, and everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Now, when the pearls are strung on a thread, the thread is not seen. The pearls are now also only seen. That's why it is like that. The Lord is there, but he is not visible. He cannot be perceived. Matta parataram nanyat. So Krishna is telling, superior to me, parataram, there is no other truth. So there is no truth better than me, higher than me. Is an intermediate superlative that means good, better, and best. And supreme truth, it cannot make us think that he is all right, he is a king, or he exists above everything else. So we have to look down from above. No, it is not that way. The Lord's glory is there. There is transcendence and there is immanence. But transcendence refers to how he exists in the spiritual world, separated from everyone and everything, and he exists there eternally. And that means we cannot approach him when he is there in the spiritual world. That is transcendence. And what is immanence? Immanence means refers to how he pervades all of us. Transcendence means God is beyond matter, and immanence means God is within matter. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita explains both aspects of the Lord. There is transcendence and there is also immanence also. In transcendence aspect, he talked about there is no truth higher than him, and but he also lives with us. He also helps us in our everyday life, and when he comes to this material world, the devotees, they can interact with him. And Baladev Vidyabhusana, he writes in his Vedanta commentary regarding this also. He says that Krishna is saying that there is no truth higher than me. Then what is Krishna referring to? He's saying Mayavadis have an idea that form is not the highest truth. Beyond the form, there is impersonal reality. That is the highest truth. That's why they feel, and that is their idea. But Krishna is saying here is Matta means me. Apart from me, there is not higher truth. Then what does it mean? It means that when Krishna is saying me, it refers to me. We cannot go in our twisted interpretation. We have to understand it properly. Okay. Now the instructive questions, three of them. What practical steps can individuals take to deepen their understanding of Krishna's nature and engage in true devotion? Now, what are the various points given here? To profoundly deepen your understanding of Krishna's nature and embrace authentic devotion, it is essential to integrate practices such as regular meditation and the transformative chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That means chanting is everything in our daily life. And engaging with sacred text will not only enrich your spiritual knowledge, but also nurture your soul. That is a food for the soul. And seeking out devotional gatherings, that is sadhu sangha, they are powerful spaces for connection and shared reverence that can elevate your spiritual journey. Mentorship from the wise and knowledgeable guides will illuminate your path, helping you to navigate the complexities of your spiritual quest. Remember, selfless service isn't just an aspect of devotion, it is the very foundation. Selfless service means without expecting anything out of it in return. And by cultivating qualities like compassion and humility, you will draw nearer to the to Krishna. Weave yourself into the fabric of a supportive spiritual community. Don't let this opportunity pass by. Embrace these practices today and transform your spiritual life. Please read all these words, sentences given. They have been arranged so nicely. They are straightaway understood by the heart only. Therefore, after the class also, please read them. You will then retain them for a long time. Then question number 2, how does the concept of unity in diversity manifest in everyday life and personal experiences? Now, the concept of unity in diversity is a powerful force waiting to be recognized in our everyday lives. Begin by acknowledging the divine spark within every living being. And this realization can transform your perspective interactions. That means we have to we have to see the Supreme Lord in everybody else and behave with them accordingly. That is what is being spoken here. Appreciate the intricate interconnectedness of nature and recognize the diverse paths individuals take in their spiritual journey. It is vital to create a community that honors this diversity while celebrating our shared values. In your personal experiences, take the initiative to engage with people from different faiths, culture, and backgrounds, and each encounter is a remarkable opportunity to connect and learn. Please remember that amongst different faiths, there are no contradictions. It is because we fail to understand, we think they are contradictions, but the contradictions, they are reconciled somewhere. We should reach those places. And by embracing the principle of unity amidst diversity, you will enrich your life and foster deeper, more meaningful relationship. Take this bold step and watch how it enhances your understanding and appreciation of the world around you. That's how we should understand the people around us and the world around us. And the question number 3, what ways can the insights from the dialogue between Krishna and Vasudevji be applied to contemporary challenges in spirituality and material existence? The profound insights from the dialogue between Krishna and Vasudevji provide us with essential guidance for navigating the modern challenges we face in our spiritual and material lives. These teachings empower us to strike a crucial balance between the material pursuits and our spiritual growth. It is time to make spiritual practices a central part of your daily routine and to have the courage to challenge societal norms that glorify superficial success over deeper fulfillment. Take charge of your spiritual path. Awareness and self-discovery are within your reach. And by prioritizing compassion and empathy in your interactions, you'll be better equipped to tackle the complexities of contemporary life while remaining tethered to divine consciousness. Embrace these transformative insights. They hold the potential to change your life for better. Step into the opportunity and witness the profound impact it can have on your journey. Please understand each and every word given in these slides. They are very, very important, and the gist has been given. That's why you need not study what is given in the text. The every gist is there. We have to find out a balance between our material pursuits and spiritual growth. One may say we have got so many material responsibilities in the family, in the society. They are all right, perfectly all right. There is no problem. But they are spiritual duties that should be our center, and we should remember that. Let us go to the next slide. Okay, we'll have a 3 minutes break, then we'll start. And in the meantime, if you have got any questions or comments, then that can also be discussed.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
So it's a very nice how from gross material to the spiritual, how each components connect to the Lord, right? It emphasizes it emphasizes so vividly. Now the answer the question says there's nobody greater than me, right? So Lord talks about so to see that many times it is said that I am the supreme. There's nothing absolute truth exists beyond me, or nobody is equal to me. Only that is there. But the way you are emphasizing, uh, taking Mayavadi as a concept. So there are two ways to look at it. One is for devotees, Krishna is the supreme, right? He's a person. They believe in a personal form. In that personal form, Krishna is the supreme. There's nobody beyond him. There's no demigod. Nobody is beyond him, right? That's one way. Another is how you articulate that the form is important. It's not that impersonal personal, right? That is the highest truth. So both are there. But third aspect also we see many times people say that whatever exists in this material world, it's only Krishna. Indirectly, because he exhibits through either it's all the bodies are coming from Krishna, the soul is coming from Krishna. So everything exists because of Krishna. Krishna himself exists in everything. That is also another third concept people say. So how to because that third concept that only Krishna exists everything, like whatever I see my body or your body, the five gross material is coming from Krishna, the soul is coming from Krishna, so nothing exists beyond him. So that can also mislead also people, Prabhuji, right? Because everything Krishna, then the people say, then what is there for us?
You see, it is not misleading. It is also very correct. Like first the non-devotees or the Mayavadis, what do they feel? They do not think of a personal aspect of the Lord. It is all impersonal and without any qualities like this. But what you are speaking, that is actually the ultimate realization. When we come to that stage, when we see the Supreme Lord in everybody, in everything in His creation,
Yes.
then that is the ultimate experience we have to come through. And that is because of what? Because we are seeing the Supreme Lord as a person. We have established a relationship with Him. We are trying to interact with him, and he'll be also too happy to interact with us. Well, like this, there is no difference actually. That is the ultimate form which can achieve by seeing Krishna everywhere. It is not that one should see the Lord in the idol form or in the mandir or in a photograph, but in anything and everything of creation. That is the ultimate thing. That's why
Ultimate,
there is no contradiction actually.
yeah, Pandita Samadarshini, he sees everybody equal. So in that case also, Krishna is everything, right? Everywhere.
Yes.
In his energy form, not in personal, but also his energy form. Either way.
Yes, Charu Prabhuji wants to say something.
Yeah, okay.
Not able to hear, Prabhuji. perhaps some technical issue. He is not able to speak. Okay, Prabhu, okay, we go to the next slide. Now here, divine incarnation and purpose. The narrative underscores the critical concept of incarnation, that is, avatar, as a vital response to the decline of dharma, righteousness, and the rise of adharma. Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge, that famous verse of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Devaki's assertion highlights Krishna and Balrama's purpose to restore the cosmic balance by vanquishing those who have surrendered their virtues to the relentless influence of time, that is Kala. And this reflects a deep-seated belief in the divine intervention to safeguard devotees to re-establish righteousness in the world. When it goes beyond a point, the Lord himself comes. He takes incarnation and he sets it right. And nature of devotion, the expression of devotion and humility from Bali Maharaj illustrates the idea that true devotion transcends one's apparent qualities of past actions. Although Bali is a demon king, he recognizes Krishna and Balrama as the supreme lords and ardently desires to serve them. The powerful message emphasizes that one's social and spiritual status does not confine devotion, that is bhakti. Even those considered demoniac can receive this grace. One example is Bali Maharaj, the other is who? Prahlad Maharaj, like this. What about avatara? Avatara means it is derived from the Sanskrit word avatara, which means descent. It refers to the earthly manifestation, particularly that of Vishnu. He descends to this earth. As I was talking to you earlier, he does not take birth actually. He appears and disappears. And in the Dasavatara, we know the 10 forms: Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, Vamana, Parsurama, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Kalki, like this. And in the first canto, third chapter, the 24 avatars of the Supreme Lord, they are given. The 4 Kumaras, the Varaha, Narada, Naranarayana, then Kapila, Dattatreya, Yajna, Rishabhadeva, Pruthu, Matsya, Kurma, Dhanvantari, Mohini, Nrsimha, Vamana, Parsurama, Rama, then Vyasadeva, Balrama, Krishna, Buddha, Kalki, like this. Now, a word about Vyasa. Vyasa was son of whose son?
Parasar Muni.
Parasar Muni. And Parasar Muni was son of anybody knows? Parasar, and who was he is grandson of whom? Okay, he was son of Shakti, and Shakti was son of whom? Anybody knows?
What is Shakti? Is it the actual the potential of the Lord or some name Shakti?
No, name.
Okay.
Vasishtha, Vasishtha Muni had 100 sons. Out of them, one son was, his name was Shakti.
Okay.
And there is a story, I am not going into it. Then you must be knowing about Buddha Avatara. The Avatara of Buddha, and there are actually two avatars of Buddha. What is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam is that Buddha, who was born from of his mother Anjana in area what is presently known as Bodh Gaya. And normally people, what they do, they equal that Buddha with Gautama Buddha or Siddhartha or Sakyamuni. They are actually different personalities. This is to be known. Then let us come to a very interesting story. The mystical reality and divine potency. The passage vividly illustrates potency of Yoga Maya, the divine energy that mediates interactions between the divine and the material realms. Krishna and Balrama's entry into Sutala, Bali's realm, symbolizes the divine's accessibility even amidst the depth of material existence. Like what Krishna and Balrama, they went to the Sutala. Now, a normal individual, a person from this material world, he cannot go there. But very easily, like a very common thing, they went there. It was possible for them. And this reinforces the profound connection between the devotee and the divine, where the divine actively manifests and engages with even the most unexpected individuals. I'll tell you the right side of the story later. And the role of grace and benediction, Krishna's readiness to grant Bali Maharaj benediction highlights the theme of divine grace. The Lord is ever grateful to anybody and everybody, even to human beings or any living being. And Bali's plea for liberation from the material attachment encapsulates a deep yearning for spiritual freedom, a longing to embody devotion, and this illustrates that true liberation, when true liberation is attained, not through mere renunciation, but through a loving and committed relationship with the divine and transcendence and identity, the narrative reveals the restoration of the six sons, that is Sadgarbhas of Marichi, who fell into a demoniac existence due to their past deeds. Their return to their original divine nature after receiving Krishna's grace embodies the theme of transcendence. It suggests that even those ensnared in the cycle of birth and death because of ignorance can reclaim their true essence through the Lord's mercy. With Lord's mercy, anything and everything is possible. Now, let us study the right side of the slide. Brief history of the Sadgarbhas, the six sons of Devaki who were killed by Kamsa. They are known as Sadgarbhas. Now, what had happened during the reign of Swayambhuva Manu, the first Manu, Urna, the wife of Marichi Rishi, gave birth to six sons as demigods who once laughed at Lord Brahma for attempting to enjoy his daughter. Saraswati, he was running after Saraswati. And seeing this, the six sons of Marichi, they laughed at him. And by that improper act, they were born to Kalanemi's wife. Now they were cursed by Brahma that they will be killed by their father, and that's why they were born to Kalanemi's wife. Kalanemi was either the son of Hiranyaksha or Hiranyakashipu, or Virochana, the son of Prahlada, who was the grandson of Hiranyakashipu. Now, what is right? There are so many versions given in various places. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that Yogamaya first made them pass through one more life as children of Kalanemi. And Kalanemi later he was born as Kamsa, and then she finally transferred them to the womb of Devaki. And Kamsa therefore killed his own sons from his previous life. That means all these benedictions, or the curse given by Brahma, they took place in the next birth. So this is what is the story behind the Sadgarbhas. And let us go to the next slide. Divine compassion and accessibility. Krishna's dialogue with Bali Maharaj reveals an essential attribute of divinity, the commitment to be accessible to all beings, regardless of their current state. Bali Maharaj was still in the, he was a demon, but still Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was accessible to him. It was because of his surrender, his bhakti. And this inclusivity serves as a testament to Krishna's profound compassion. He is most compassionate. He does not think that somebody is a devotee or is a demon or something like that. He is equal to everybody. Compassion and the transformative power of bhakti, because of the power of bhakti of Bali Maharaj, Krishna was very much accessible to him and ensuring that all beings feel cherished and embraced by divine grace. That's why we should not think that we are very fallen and it is very difficult for us to reach him. It is not that. But if we carry out our devotional service as per the Shastras, as per what the Acharyas have told us, then one day we will be going very near to the Supreme Lord. That is also possible. If Bali Maharaj is a demon, can go near Krishna, why can't we? Then scriptural authority and personal experience, references to scriptures and embodiment of devotional wisdom in Krishna reinforces the notion that genuine understanding of the divine from the personal experience and heartfelt devotion rather than merely from intellectual pursuits of strict adherence to rules. Krishna's identification with the scriptures emphasizes that he is the ultimate source of all wisdom and commitment. All the things given in the scriptures are his words only. We should try to follow them with the commentary of our acharyas, with the advice of our acharyas, with the advice or the orders of our Guru. And in conclusion, the narratives in verses 1 to 7 highlight personal, relational, and transformative dimensions of devotion within the bhakti tradition. We must think Krishna is a person. We should establish a relationship with him and offer devotional service to him. And its philosophical significance lies in the powerful assertion that divine mercy, grace, and potential for spiritual elevation are available to everyone, irrespective of their material identity or past actions. One may be sinful in his previous life. Earlier, one may be sinful, but if one has taken the path of bhakti devotional service, then he is eligible for all the things what we are studying. And this affirms the belief in the personal nature of the divine and the remarkable potential of sincere devotion to transcend even the most formidable obstacles. That means we should follow this devotional service. And here, you know what is the definition of devotional service. That means not asking anything from the Lord. The Lord, He knows what is good for us. He will give us or not give us, that is up to Him. We should be satisfied with whatever we have. We go to the next slide. The questions: what specific qualities or actions to be led to the decline of dharma and the rise of adharma in the context of the narrative? The decline of dharma often stems from qualities such as greed, pride, violence, and a pervasive disregard for ethical principles which are given in the Shastra. And these attributes manifest in societal behavior and governance, creating an environment in which righteousness is forsaken, thus prompting the need for divine incarnations to restore balance. And when we study the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we will come to know about Kali Yuga. There we will learn how the whole society will get corrupted. And at the end, as we know, at the end of Kali Yuga, the Lord will appear in the form of what?
Kalke.
What?
Kalki Prabhuji. Kalki.
In his Kalki avatar.
He's a warrior, yes.
Yes. That means gradually the whole society, administration, government, everything will get affected, and then the Lord will appear as he has been appearing earlier. And how does the concept of divine mercy manifest in the lives of devotees today? In modern practice, divine mercy becomes evident through personal experience of grace, forgiveness, transformation among the devotees. It can appear as moments of clarity, relief from suffering, or unexpected support in difficult times. Many devotees recount powerful personal stories reflecting the divine's guiding presence in their lives. Now, you see what is common to everybody. Everybody faces difficulties. The devotees, they also face difficulties. But the experience to the devotees is much different than to the common man because there is clarity in the mind of the devotee, and even from suffering, during suffering, the devotee feels relief, and the devotee gets support from unexpected quarters, and that is very, very common. You also would have felt so many times, and each one of us have felt, and that is very, very true. And if you want to follow this devotional path of devotional service, bhakti, then you will get all these experiences, and you will not be bothered so much by all these troubles. And question number 3, in what ways can individuals actively cultivate the type of devotion exemplified by Bali Maharaj in their own spiritual practices? What we can learn from Bali Maharaj? Individuals can actively cultivate the kind of devotion embodied in Bali Maharaj through heartfelt service, humility, and a sincere longing to connect with the divine. These 3 things are very, very important. Heartfelt service, we should provide a devotional service to the Supreme Lord. And humility, we should work with as a humble servant of the Supreme Lord, and we should be sincere in our efforts, sincere longing to connect with the divine. And then a day will come when the Lord will interact, engaging in regular prayers, act of service, and fostering an attitude of surrender can help deepen their spiritual practice. If one is very, very sincere, the Lord Himself will come. Like yesterday or day before, I was hearing a story sometime back in Vrindavana. What happened? Not very many. It is not very old story. One very old lady. She had a habit of going to the Yamuna River early in the morning for taking bath. And one day she happened to go at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and and she lost the way, and she was not able to find out where to go. And at that time, a young boy came, held her hands, and told her that, "What are you doing here at 2 o'clock in the morning?" She said, "I have come to take bath." He said, "No, no, you should come after sunrise only." Then this lady asked this boy, "Who are you?" He said that I am, what is that? Uh, he said some name which clearly indicates he is he is Lord Krishna only, but this lady could not understand, and she went away. And later on, when analyzed, it was realized that the Supreme Lord had himself had come because of her devotion, that is devotion, and her resolve to take bath in the holy waters of Yamuna every day. That's why the Lord was very happy. That means if anybody does anything sincerely, then the Lord becomes very happy and he will himself come, and he will not know only. He will not announce that I am Krishna, I have come. That, if he says that, you will also not believe it. He will come as a normal human being and he will render service to you, like he has rendered service to so many devotees in so many stories we have heard till now. So, with this, I come to an end of today's class. Now, if there are any questions or any points to discuss, then we have got half an hour for that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So just as I'm not able to get very connected with the Bali Maharaj, that example, because Bali Maharaj, he did not start. We as story progressed, right? He kicked out Indra and all those things that he did, right? He went dharma. He did everything, and then as Vaman Dev, Krishna goes, and initially, all the discussion we understand that. So how we can say that he was not serving previously in sincerely, he was not doing. Only when he saw the Lord, it took, he changed, right? He went against his guru and all that, we saw that, right? But not before that. We don't have any connection to say that he was doing service, the Lord came and then mercy was given to him. We don't see that connection, right, Prabhuji?
Okay, if you see, one thing is very certain. Bali Maharaj was a devotee of the Supreme Lord. He was totally surrendered to the Supreme Lord from the very beginning. But why he then, you were asking why he was going to conquer the heaven and that. That was his duty as the king. And he was acting as per the directions or advice of his spiritual master, that is that was his duty. He was discharging his duty, but from his heart he was a devotee. And you see what happened. The Lord punished him at the end, and that was very unjust. It was totally unjust to punish him, but still then he accepted. And his wife, what she said, yes, what you are doing the right thing by punishing him. Like this, he was a devotee from the very beginning only. and
Okay, Prabhuji.
and he was in that clan only.
Yes, Prahlad Maharaj.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you now.
Remember, he is from Prahlad's, he's grandson of Prahlad, right? Correct?
Yes.
Hello,
Virochan,
can you
his
hear
son
me?
is Virochan. Virochan's son is him,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
So he had the devotional connection with Krishna already there, and the one you're talking about, whether he had the particular Bali Maharaj had actually done something or not on a devotional platform, that's what you're questioning, right, aren't you?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
But like I told you that he had the connection right from there. That's the beginning. And then, of course, when he saw, the dwarf incarnation, Vamandev, that also changed quite a bit.
Yes.
That changed quite a bit. But you were asking before that, yes, he did some of the things which was not right for a devotee when he threw Indra away and took control of the. That was the negative things on his thing, and that is what he got punished also for that, but ultimately, he surrendered himself completely to Krishna.
Yeah, when he saw the Lord, he surrendered 100%. He did
Completely.
everything there. Yes.
Yeah. And again, the other thing that you raised in the beginning of the class about the Krishna being there and impersonal and personal things, that I got a lot to talk about it. As soon as let the other devotees get an opportunity to ask questions. So towards the end, if the time permits, I'll try to answer point by point all these things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Prabhu.
Any other question or comment?
Incidentally, by the way, when others are thinking about the questions, I sent you a few hours ago a YouTube link. That was the lecture I gave at the Mumbai's Chopati temple, our ISKCON temple in Chopati. And there, that was 9 years ago. And fortunately or not, but that was the class I gave, especially on the personified Vedas who offer prayers to the Supreme Lord. And that is the series of lectures I'll be beginning from a week from now. So that class that I gave 9 years ago was in that category, and that's where I'm introducing my hypothesis for the first time to the devotee community. So if you get a chance to have some time, please invest your time to listen to the YouTube video, because that will be able to help you. There is a deep philosophy involved in the series of lectures that we'll be talking about. Okay, the Vedas personified offering prayers. And it's a very deep philosophy, very difficult to understand. But in that YouTube lecture that if you invest your time, you'll be able to get the idea and how that connects with what my hypothesis is all about. That is what you'll hear about it. So please, all of you, make efforts to invest your time. It'll be well worth. Hari bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Any other comment or question on what we learned today? Okay.
No question?
Okay.
He's asking a lot of questions.
Okay.
So-
if you don't have any questions, then I have got a question. Like the Sadgarbhas, they were cursed by Brahma. Was it correct? Anybody? It is a difficult question, I know, but it has got a very simple answer also. I'll tell you in brief.
Go ahead, please tell them.
Okay, I'll. Now, what is the story generally we hear that Saraswati is the daughter of Brahma, and Brahma ran after her. Now, this is what is the crux of the story. Now, what is the thing? Now, Saraswati, as you know, she is known by so many names. One is Brahmani, that is goddess of sciences. Brahmi, from being the wife of Brahma. That means she is married to Brahma. Varneshwari, the goddess of letters. Then Vinapani, holding a Vina in her hand. Pustakadharini, Vidyadaini. Like this, there are so many names. And the goddess Saraswati is dressed in pure white, often seated on a white swan, lotus-like swan, and her iconography is typically in white themes, from dress to flowers to swan, the color indicating sattva guna or purity. And she is generally shown to have 4 arms, but sometimes just 2. When shown in her 4 hands, these hands symbolically they mirror her husband Brahma's 4 heads. representing the mind, Buddha, that is Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, and Ahankara. But before going into why Brahma married his daughter Saraswati, what is the relationship between Brahma and Saraswati? Let us try to understand certain points. Now we know that the one thing is very, very clear, that Brahma, he took birth from Vishnu. He is Vishnu's son. Now, as Vishnu's son, and Vishnu or Krishna, he imparted the Vedas to him. He is so knowledgeable. He has got the knowledge of the four Vedas, and his direct teacher is the Lord Vishnu only. Therefore, he can never do anything which is wrong. He cannot make a mistake. This is the first thing. Now, and this is the reason is Brahma is directly the son of Lord Vishnu. But there are certain other facts also. Lord Brahma belongs to a group of demigods which are known as Rujus. And there are totally 100 Rujus, and the present Lord Brahma is one of these 100. And the others very important are Lord Vayu, Rudra, like this. And we know that Lord Vayu takes the avatar as Hanuman in Treta Yuga, and the same Vayu also takes avatar as Bhima in Dwapar Yuga, and the third is Madhvacharya in this Kali Yuga. And a Ruju never makes a mistake. He will never make a mistake in his whole life. And as said, Brahma is born from the navel of Lord Vishnu, and that is his status. And all the demigods, they are totally dependent on Brahma. And Brahma can give birth from any part of his body. Lord Brahma is not an ordinary human being like us. He is not at all dependent on anything else to give birth to children. Narada was born as Brahma's Manas Putra. Then Vasishta Maharshi was born from Brahma's breath. Daksha Prajapati was born from the thumb of Lord Brahma. Bhrigu Maharshi was born from the touch of Lord Brahma. Kratu Maharshi was born from Brahma's hand. Pulyasta Maharshi was born from the ear. Atri, who is father of Dattatreya, was born from the eye of Brahma. Ulaha Maharshi was born from the navel of Brahma. Lord Brahma did tapasya for 100 kalpas for Lord Vishnu to understand what is his duty and all these things we know. And after going through these points, can we think that Lord Brahma can even do even a small mistake? Now let us understand about this story. Why Brahma married his daughter Saraswati? Now the answer is Brahma married his own daughter. This is absolutely true, but we should also know why. Why he married? It is because he was ordered by Vishnu. Now, when he was ordered by Vishnu, then there is no question of any mistake from his side. Now, there is a verse in the Harivamsa Purana in Mahabharata also, which basically says that there was no material sexual attraction between male and female initially. It came much later. And during that stage, Saraswati was born from Brahma. There was no one, and the other reason is at that time there was nobody suitable or capable to marry Goddess Saraswati in the whole universe. For this reason, Vishnu wished that Goddess Saraswati Devi should be the wife of Brahma. and thus Brahma accepted Goddess Saraswati as his consort. Now, the three things what we have said, the first reason was he was Brahma is Lord Vishnu's son, therefore he cannot make any mistake. Then Lord Vishnu, he wished Goddess Saraswati to marry Brahma, and there was nobody else who was capable of marrying her, and there should be someone, the grand first one who will give birth to all, and this grand first was Lord Brahma, the creator, and everything had to be created by somebody, and that's why this thing happened. And this is the reason why there is a misunderstanding amongst the people saying that Brahma married his daughter. Actually, she was, though originated from Brahma, we cannot say that she was his daughter. As we know, Brahma and Saraswati are the forces of creation and knowledge. Vishnu and Lakshmi, they are the forces of preservation and balance. Shiva and Parvati, the forces of transformation and dissolution. And these are not separate entities, but manifestation of the same tailor-made thing to fulfill cosmic functions. The idea of masculine and feminine forces is symbolic, representing complementary aspects of existence. And Brahma and Saraswati not only are human figures with physical relationship, they are symbolic representations of creation and knowledge, which are intrinsically connected and cannot exist independently. And why Saraswati cannot be the Brahma's daughter? There is no biological framework. Saraswati does not have a biological mother. She is an emanation from the supreme consciousness, just as Brahma is. And to claim she is Brahma's daughter implies a biological origin which is irrelevant in this context. When people claim Saraswati is Brahma's daughter, they fail to understand the allegorical nature of Hindu scriptures. Saraswati is not Brahma's daughter or wife in a human sense, but his consort in the cosmic sense, representing the union of knowledge and creative energy. So, this is what is to be understood from this story and not as it is told in the public. That's all. Any other question or comments on this?
Yeah, thanks, Prabhuji. Nice explanation, because I didn't know that. And it makes sense, right? So the way you specified all three, and Lord Krishna's also, it was his desire, and it was not born as we think, because we interpret it the way we understand, right? Every daughter means like this one, like no mother there. Yes, Prabhuji.
No,
Thank you.
actually, Prabhuji, and let me say something
Yes,
about
yes.
it here. You are partially right, partially not right. The first supposition you made about that, because he is the son of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, so he cannot make mistake. Bhaumasura is a son of Krishna, and he became a demon. People will point out to you first that, Second, that you are right. Second point, you are right. Brahma, because he was son of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and he was the first living entity, first Jiva Tattva, and he was given the full knowledge of the Vedas, the four Vedas, Well, four Vedas came later on, of course. Vyasa divided one Veda into four, Nevertheless, so he is the supreme authority in the material world of the learning. Okay, so that being his daughter, sometimes what that originates from the person, it becomes a father in that sense.
Yeah.
So goddess of learning, remember, Saraswati is goddess of learning. and she originated from Brahma, who is the supreme authority at the time of all learning, Vedas. So in that artificial, in that kind of indirect way, people misinterpret that she's his daughter. In reality, that's not right, actually, And you are also right. There was no physical union between male and female at that time. It came much later when Brahma created this first Manu, Swayambhu Manu, and he wanted to generate the population of the universe at the time by this sexual union. So from his left and right side, he created Swayambhu Manu, and the other side, he created this his queen. What was his name? Queen's name? I forgot.
Shatrupa.
Shatrupa, Queen Shatrupa.
Yeah.
And that's where the first sexual union takes place later on. So that came much later. You're absolutely right in that sense, So the main point is here, goddess of learning originated from Brahma. In that regard, it was not proper. Even Lord Shiva did not like, okay? Remember the son, even the sons of Brahma at the time, they were also laughing at that, and that's why Brahma was actually cursed, that no one ever worship him. So you don't see Brahma being worshipped. There's only one temple on earth, and that's Pushkar Tirth.
Yes.
That's in Rajasthan. Where is it? Pushkar
Yes, near Ajmer.
Yeah. So that's the only temple that they worship Brahmaji. Brahmaji never ever underestimate Brahmaji. He is the supremely intelligent human being, and he is the, like I said, direct son of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and he's the one who engineered the entire universe. Sarga and Visarga. Sarga is by the Supreme Lord, but Visarga is Brahma's creation. The 14 planetary systems that he created, and the 8.4 million species of life forms, that also he designed that. So he is no ordinary personality. We should never ever think like that, and it's an offense actually. So Prabhuji, he's right 90% of the time. Haribol. Yeah. There's another thing. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Prabhuji, if I remember correctly, in Krishna Sandarbha, or in some course, we are told that, yes, from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Brahma was born, but he was actually Krishna only who explained him, who gave him the 4 verses from Bhagavatam and all that, as per Jiva Goswami's explanation. That
Correct. Absolutely. He was given in the Bhagavad, actually the Chatusloki Bhagavatam was spoken to him.
Bhagavatam, yes.
It's in Bhagavatam, it is given, the whole account is given,
Yes.
He was actually not in a way, Lord, through within his heart, he gave him that 4 Chatusloki Bhagavatam,
Yeah, through
And the
flute, right?
Bhagavatam-
That's a flute, yes.
Yeah. And Chatusloki Bhagavatam, as Bhagavatam itself explains, that he gave it to Narada, Narada gave it to Vyasa, and that's how we got the Bhagavatam, Excuse me. So that is how it propagated. But what other points you are going to make, that you are making other points, right? Haribol?
That was the thing I was saying. He took birth from Krishna, I said. It was because
Krishna
of that.
means Garbhodaksha Vishnu is expansion.
Yes.
Is expansion for the sake of material cosmic manifestation. Whole 3 Purusha avatars In fact, Lord Vishnu expansion is purely for the cosmic manifestation.
Yes.
And Shiva Goswami goes at much greater length in Ikshar Sandarbha. And that's why it builds the story, that Krishna, because popular viewpoint, other sampradayas, they think Krishna is the expansion of Lord Vishnu. But in reality, he makes a very strong case in Krishna Sandarbha. It's the other way around. Krishna is the origin, as he himself says in Chatusloka Bhagavatam Sloka also. When nothing existed, he was there. And when he wanted to create a cosmic manifestation, his expansion through Balarama, and then onwards, this 4 Chaturvyuha expansion, all these things, that's where this Purusha avatars came into play,
Yes.
All right, okay. But the point remains that Saraswati is not in the sense that we think father-daughter relationship. There was no sex involved, nothing like that. It's all just like he created 10 Manas Putras. So goddess of learning came from his mind like that, So in that regard, people think that she must be his daughter, but not really, in the real sense, no. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other question or comments? Tomorrow and next weekend, day 1, Santa Mataji's classes, 2 classes.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I didn't get a chance to, because there's only 5 minutes remaining. So perhaps next time.
Hare Krishna.
Radha Vinod Prabhuji, I will answer to your impersonal and personal aspect that you were talking about. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hey, just one small question. Is Mother Saraswati the same as the river Saraswati or different?
They are different, I believe. Saraswati Prabhuji, what do you say?
What Mother Saraswati and
River
Saraswati,
Saraswati.
River Saraswati.
River Saraswati, they are different.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
She is the goddess of learning. We all worship Saraswati Devi because without her grace, we cannot learn anything. Okay, I think 3-4 minutes remaining. Let's conclude the class now. So Radha Vinod Prabhuji, we will talk about next week. Because that's a very important point. Very important point you raised, Personal aspect.
No, I have some reason, Prabhuji. I asked 3 aspects. One is form. Nobody is greater than him. Another is in the form, no impersonal, and third is he's everything. There is a little meaning. People misunderstand that. I'll explain when I talk on that.
The very first Chatusloki Bhagavatam verse.
Yes.
What does it say?
He talks about I existed before creation, I existed during creation, after creation, I only exist. That was the first. It starts, right?
He's the original.
The second canto, yes.
Everything came from him.
Yes.
Okay, we will continue because it's a kind of, it'll take me about 10-15 minutes,
Okay, thank you.
So let's conclude the class, Prabhuji. So please take your time and invest your time watching my YouTube video before the series of lecture I will begin, okay? Because there's a deep philosophy involved. If you listen to that, it'll help you understand better, Because that YouTube video lecture that I gave at the Mumbai Chopati temple was in connection with this 87th chapter in Bhagavatam. Okay. Haribol. So who is going to do the Nashima prayer, please? Oh, by the way, Sharad Prabhuji,
yes.
The next 2 lectures were originally supposed to be given by Raksha Mataji, but now who is going to give now?
Santa Mataji.
Samta Mataji, okay, all right. So Samta Mataji is there. Rashina Mataji, please, could you do that?
No, Rashina Mataji is not here.
All right, okay.
I do, Bhaiji, I do.
Yeah, Mataji, बहन जी आप कीजिए.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Pralad Lad Dahine, Pralad Lad Dahine, Hiranyakashipu Vaksha, Shilatangal Nakhalaye, Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha, Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha, Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha, Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha, Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha, Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha, नरसिंहदि शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरेणकाम् अद्भुत शृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गं केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरेणकाम् अद्भुत शृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गं केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय हो नरसिंहदेव जय हो नरसिंहदेव जय हो नरसिंहदेव जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय सब आप सब डिवोटीज की जय हो हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
बहन जी आपकी भी जय हो.
भाई जी मैं तो बहुत
Thank you everyone. Thank you Sharad Prabhuji, nice presentation. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Shri Prabhuji. Very nice presentation.
Prabhuji, thank you, Chandrabhai. Thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you. Thank you, all devotees.
Thank you all.
वही बात होता है वहाँ पे वो होगा ये तो बुलाएगा ना वो तो मैं देखो कैसे भी ये तो बुलाएगा ये तो नहीं रखा है उससे